So good day, ma'am. I am Christine Monopolio and I am here to report about the institutional agencies in the Philippines. So in the government, there are a lot of institutional agencies in the Philippines, and one of these are the Philippine government is the first one. Second is the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Third is the National Economic Development Authority or the NEDA. The next is the Philippine Statistics Authority. Next is the Department of Finance, followed by the Department of Foreign Affairs, Department of Tourism, Department of Public Works and Highway or DPWH, Department of Labor and Employment, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, and the Department of Trade and Industry, and lastly is the Open Data Philippines. So there are also Philippine Institutional or the Philippine Institution Correctional System. So here are the pictures of the Philippine Correctional System. So let's start with the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and its function. So the Central Banking Awards highlight the outstanding performance and achievements of individuals and organizations with the central banking community. So the upgrade of the BSP or the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or on their link, the bsp.gov.ph is integral to broader initiative to bring the BSP closer to the Filipinos. So as what we can see or what we can observe, the BSP is specifically for the Filipinos, or the BSP had received the Central Banking Awards, one of the recipients of the Central Banking Awards. Next is the National Economic Development Authority or the NEDA. This is the government's economic recovery package must be accelerated to support business and enable them to retain or employ new workers, said the National Economic and Development Authority. So this National Economic Development Authority supports business and enable them to retain new employed workers. Next is the Philippine Statistics Authority, or the known as the PSA, granted clearance for the conduct of ex-post evaluation of Angat water utilization and aqueduct improvement phase 2 by the National Economic Development in collaboration with the test consultants or the INC. So in the PSA, this is where we can get our birth certificates, or they have the copy of our birth certificates and all. So this is very important also. So next is the Department of Finance or the DOF. This is the government's steward of sound fiscal policy. So it formulates the revenue policies that will ensure funding of critical government programs that promote welfare among our people and accelerate economic growth and stability. So here they handle the steward sound of fiscal policy. So it formulates revenue policies that will ensure the funding of the critical government programs. Next is the Department of Foreign Affairs or the DFA. So the DFA or the Department of Foreign Affairs is the prime agency of the government responsible for the pursuit of the state's foreign policy and the nerve center for foreign service worthy of the trust and pride of every Filipino. So this Department of Foreign Affairs is in charge, especially if or in dealing with the foreign services. So this Department of Foreign Affairs has different foreign services or different foreign services that would enable the pride and trust of the Filipino from our brothers outside or from the foreign nationals who plan to visit in the Philippines. So the Department of Foreign Affairs is the one who is in charge to take care of them. Next is Department of Tourism or the DOT. It is mandated to encourage, promote, and develop tourism as a major socio-economic activity to generate foreign currency and local development or employment, and to spread the benefits of tourism to a wider segment of the population with the support, assistance, and cooperation of both the private and public sectors. So this Department of Tourism is in charge for the promotion or the encouragement from the DOT or the Department of Tourism, and they are mandated to develop the tourism system here in the Philippines, since we have a lot of tourist destinations here. So the Department of Tourism is the one who takes good care of that and offers different services, either private or from public sectors. So that's the purpose of the Department of Tourism. Next is the Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH. It is currently responsible for the planning, design, construction, and maintenance of infrastructure, especially those who are government-owned infrastructure. So this DPWH, or Department of Public Works and Highways, is in charge. And of course, they are in charge for the renovation or the different projects dealing with, especially in highways or in our roads, farm to market roads. They'll be the one to give projects or formulate the projects. So especially the national highways, as what I have said, flood control and water resources. So they'll be the one who will plan to have different plannings for flood control and water resources development. And the other public works in accordance with the national development objectives. So that's the work or the function of the Department of Public Works and Highways. Next is the Department of Labor and Employment. So the Department of Labor and Employment is mandated as the primary policy making, programming, coordinating, and administrative entity of the executive branch of the government, and in the field of labor and employment. So as what its name refers to, this Department of Labor and Employment is the one who is in charge for the policy making, programming, and coordinating in the field of labor and employment. So they'll be the one in charge, and they'll be the one to handle cases, especially those who deals with what do you call this, those employees who have been or who are not treated well or not given the right as an employee. So the Department of Labor has the power to file cases against them. Next is the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. So the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, or the DENR, is responsible for the conservation, management, and development of the country's environmental and natural resources. So we have here the DENR from different regions around the Philippines. They are the one who are in charge to maintain the conservation of our natural resources. They'll be the one who implemented rules, and they'll be the one to file cases or to sue those persons who violated the law, especially in cutting trees or any other illegal activities that can harm our mother nature. So the DNR is in charge of that. They ensure the proper use of these resources and the protection of the environment within the framework of sustainable development. So that's the function of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Next is the Department of Trade and Industry, or the DTI. This is responsible for realizing the country's goal of globally competitive and innovative industry and services sector that contribute to inclusive growth and development generation. So the DTI, this is where we get certificates or certifications if we have, or if we we will get a license for our store. So the DTI is in charge for the innovative industry and to contribute inclusive growth and employment generation. So that's the purpose of the DTI. They are for realizing the country's globally competitive and innovative industry. And lastly is the Open Data Philippines. The Open Data Philippines aims to institutionalize good governance by making government data available to the public. This involves collating data sets from different government agencies, cleaning them for better understandability, and uploading them to a website in open formats. So the Open Data Philippines enable the Filipinos or enable the public to be transparent about what is happening from different institutions of the government. They handle different datas from the government agencies for the public to access whenever they want. So this is also very helpful to be to let the public be aware and be known of what are the updates on the government agencies. So in here, the Open Data Philippines enable us Filipinos to access the data gathered from different government agencies. So that would be all for the Philippine Institutional Correction or the Philippine institutions or the Philippine agencies in the Philippines. So that would be all for the institutional agencies in the Philippines.